Before he was an actor, Bob Newhart was a comedian. And one of his better-known routines was on Abraham Lincoln. The premise being that if Lincoln didn't exist, the advertisers and marketers of the time would have had to create a Lincoln. And that got me to thinking, by most accounts, Lincoln is considered the wittiest president we've ever had, always ready with a quip when asked a question. But what if your job was to prepare a less verbally adept person to be president? Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. What if your job was to prepare Millard Fillmore to be president? Think you go about it something like this. This is a phone conversation between Millard Fillmore and a New York public relations firm. Presidential aspirations. How can I help you, Mr. Fillmore? Oh, you'd like to be president. Okay. Did my colleague go over our program with you? And you're okay with the fee. All right, that's great. Well, then let's get started. First things first, let's change your name. Yeah, Danny, can you get the nom de plume together and work on a new name for Mr. Fillmore? Yeah, something distinguished, sounds trustworthy. Great. Mr. Fillmore, nothing personal, but when I hear your name, I see attorney. That's great. I got an eye appointment tomorrow. I guess I can cancel it then. So, Mr. Fillmore, what do your friends call you? Phil? Millie? Can I call you Millie? They call you Millard, huh? Okay. Where are you from? New York. That's great. We're on Broadway near Times Square. Do you want to come down tomorrow? We'll do lunch? Oh, you can't make it tomorrow. How about Friday? Say noon? Millard, what do you mean you have a 15-mile walk to Clinton's ditch and then it's going to take you a week to get down here by boat? Danny's Buffalo in New York? Is it snowing up there yet, Millard? What, Danny? Niagara Falls? Millard, you're near Niagara Falls? Do you know Sam Patch? Well, what I'm thinking is next week when we come up there to announce your candidacy, we have Sam Patch go over Niagara Falls in a barrel with Fillmore for president emblazoned on it. What do you think? You're a glasses half empty kind of guy, aren't you, Millard? If he doesn't make it, we say Buchanan put him up to it. Yeah, Millard, what's that noise in the background? Sounds like a woman crying? Your wife? She's been crying ever since you said you wanted to be president. Yeah, Millard, maybe when we get on the campaign trail, we want to leave your wife home. Not great public relations to have your wife breaking out into tears every time we announce you as the next candidate for president. Yeah, Millard, something we're going to need for those campaign stops, though, is some of your local fare. What do you folks eat up in Buffalo? Millard, I've seen drawings, and I saw one in a zoo in Kentucky a couple years back. They don't have wings. No, Millard. Turkeys have wings, pigeons have wings, chickens have wings. Well, Millard, if that's the case, stop referring to them that way. All we would need is for some newspaper person in Maryland to hear you talk that way and put it on the front page of their paper that you don't know mammals, okay? What else do you guys eat? Okay, Millard, what's a weck? Millard, why don't you just call it beef on roll then? Is that how the buffaloes got their wings, Millard, by eating Kimmelwicks? Yeah, okay, let's forget the food. Let's move on to something else. Millard, we're going to need a song for you, okay? Well, the band's going to be in the baggage car on the train, and as we pull into a new stop every day, they're going to come out and they're going to play your theme song. So what is it? What's your favorite song? You know two, okay. One is Yankee Doodle, and the other isn't. Danny, can you work on a song for Fillmore too? Thanks. Okay, Millard, here's an easy one for you. What's your party? No, Millard, not your wife's sister's party next week. Work with me here. What's your political party? No, nothing? Millard, you don't know what party you're in? You're killing me. Oh, it's the Know Nothing party. Oh, Millard, I think that's okay. We can work with that. 90% of Americans believe their politicians know nothing. So, Millard, let's do a little role-playing now. If a newspaper guy comes up and asks you what you love about America, what do you say? No, Millard, you don't say lots of nice trees. It makes you sound like you're from Buffalo. No, it's something like this. In America, any boy can grow up to be president. That's just the risk that he takes. Millard, it's cute. The papers will print it. What about religion, Millard? What's your take on religion? Yeah, but Millard, Buchanan supports the Ten Commandments too, and he's Episcopalian. No, I'm thinking, Millard, if they ask you, did you go to church on Sunday, you say yes, and that the preacher spoke about sin. Exactly, Millard, and you reply, he was against it. Again, Millard, it's cute. It's free publicity. It gets in the paper. It makes you look like a normal person. All right, what's your foreign policy, Millard? Really, Millard, I think you really should go with open trade, free trade. Free trade sells. Open trade with Japan, Millard. Yeah, I know General Chariot's not going to like those small chariots being imported into the U.S. But think about it, Millard. Those small chariots are pulled by smaller horses. It's a better view from behind a smaller horse. Yeah, Buchanan's going to criticize you on it, and what you can say is that you're tired of riding behind those bigger horses, staring at the business end of the horse. It's going to be refreshing not to have Buchanan staring back at you when you're out on a ride. You got it, Millard. Yeah, you're catching on. Yeah, hang on one sec, Millard. Hey, Danny, what do you got? You got a new name? What do you got? Millard, you're going to love this. They come up with a new name for you. Yeah, it just screams integrity, Millard. It is full of ethics, and it is the most honorable name you'll ever hear. Next week, when you're up there and we announce your candidacy for president, you are going to be running under the name Richard Nixon. What do you think? All right, Millard, you have a good day. We'll talk to you next week. Mr. Contest Master.